Hello, hello. Welcome to day 1537 of Connecting the Thoughts. Quote for today is gratitude brings calmness. Gratitude brings calmness. And I bring to you my partner in conversation for this week, Nicola. Hey,
Hello, good evening.
good evening. And thank you for accommodating me later in the day today. Um, Thank you. And we are talking today about gratitude bringing calmness. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, Nicola.
I'm not sure if you are with no filters. uh,
Hmm.
it's an interesting thing because the first thing that came into my head, which a lot of people who are listening or will watch later may not even know about, is a song called The Big Yellow Taxi.
Okay.
And it was written by a lady called Joni Mitchell, and it's been covered by many, 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 many different people. And people might not even know they know it. But the line that keeps coming back to me, and it happens to me on a kind of frequent basis when I'm thinking about gratitude for safety, gratitude for having a roof over my head, gratitude for having food, and just general gratitude for living here in the UAE. And then what is it? It's the chorus line is, it's not about having what you want, but wanting what you have.
Hmm.
And sometimes people put happiness in that as well. Happiness is not wanting what you want, but wanting what you have. And that's where my head immediately went when I start thinking about gratitude. But gratitude brings calmness. If you're grateful and thankful and value and appreciate what you have, then you are going to be more calm, is my logic.
True.
Whereas if you're always looking for, and I'm not talking about entrepreneurship, I'm not talking about intentioning, I'm not talking about aspirations, but if I don't value what I have, what is the point of trying to have more?
Hmm.
And there's
Exactly.
graphs, statistics that demonstrate that when you desire something, the aspiration goes ping on the graph. And then when you get it, it kind of plateaus a little bit and then it drops. And then it's the next aspiration, the next desire, the next need, the next requirement for satisfaction, to be satiated.
The next goal to tick off.
It's not necessarily even a goal. Sometimes it's just about, I need it, I want it, I will have it.
I will have it. I will not be happy until I have it.
Yeah,
So, yes,
and then when you have it, who cares? You're just like on to the next thing.
on to
It's
the
like
next thing.
the young
So,
guy. Yeah, sorry, go on.
yeah, no. So as you shared that, what came to my mind was people who do not celebrate what they have achieved. There are, as you said, on to the next thing. People are so busy ticking things off their goals, ticking things off their to-do list that they forget to kind of pause and celebrate where they have reached, and that is so so important. And when I say gratitude brings calmness, I also mean when you're in a place of panic, when you're going through a rough time, sitting with yourself and making a gratitude list, making a conscious effort to look at what are the things in your life that you can be grateful for, will bring in calmness. It calms you down to be in a place of gratitude.
I wouldn't argue with that in the slightest. But if we look at what's been going on in the news today, whether none of us knew her, but Ivana Trump died.
Yes.
And what saddens me is that she may have been dead on the ground at the bottom of her stairs for more than 3 days. and her children didn't even call her. The reason she was found is because a neighbor put in a call for a wellness check. Now, she raised those 3 children,
Yes.
monsters.
Oh, come on. All right.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yes.
where is the gratitude? Where was the gratitude? Lived with their father and not with their mother, and that's a whole different ballgame. But we need to be grateful and have gratitude for what we have. And it doesn't matter what religion we are. It doesn't matter
True.
what culture we are. It doesn't matter what ethnicity we are. It doesn't matter what language we're using. It's about appreciating and valuing what we have and being happy with what we have. Not always desiring something more.
Exactly.
Aspiring to something more is something completely different.
Yes. And a lot of times when we ask people, I mean, for instance, on my 21-day program, gratitude is a big thing there in that program, because I feel when you want to succeed, the biggest value that you definitely need to have is of gratitude. Because as you rightfully said, if you do not value what you have, how is it that you're going to have that awareness or that assurance that if you get more, you'll be happy? So
So it's not coming. It's there, but it's not. And I'm not stopping it because I know that's
I,
bad.
yeah, so I thought I'd keep talking so that you can have your moment, but guess not.
It's not happening. Sorry.
It's all right. So yeah, it's important. Gratitude is important, and a lot of times people look at the big things. When you ask them what are you grateful for, they kind of put their mind out there to look at those larger goals or achievements or things and stuff that they have. But what about the little things? What about the fact that you're able to breathe effectively? What about the fact that you can smell, you can
Breathe
see?
unaided.
Yeah,
You can walk
yeah.
unaided. You can feed yourself. These are not small.
No. You fresh water. You open the tap and you have clean, clear water running through.
Yeah, there's
You
so
have
much to be grateful
so much
for.
to be grateful for. Yes.
And without being silly, like we live in the UAE, we have a lot to be grateful for.
Yes. So grateful.
I
Yes.
have a friend transiting through from Addis Ababa tonight,
Yes.
uh, going through Dubai on her way to Algeria because she works for the African Union. And she said, I'll be able to talk to you more easily because there'll be no power shortages in Dubai, whereas I deal with those all the time in Addis Ababa.
Exactly. There's so much to be grateful for. And in those moments of panic and stress and uncertainty, we all go through them. In all of those times, remember, we've been speaking of high tides and the noise and everything.
Breathing.
In breathing, in all those moments, if we could just bring in gratitude, it calms you down. It helps you see clearer. It helps you feel so grateful for having the life that you have instead of
Yeah, I mean, we don't
complaining.
have to be going like round cup in hand, like thank you,
Yes,
thank you,
yes,
thank
of course.
you, thank you. I mean, it
Yeah,
doesn't have to
but
be
just yeah, but just taking a moment.
obscene. It has to. It's a very. It's mostly a very personal thing. It's like
Yes.
sometimes people say to me like, "How are you?" And I was like, I'm grateful that I live in the UAE. I don't
Mm.
live in Afghanistan. I've visited Afghanistan more than 3 times. I've been in Kurdistan. I've been in Pakistan. I've been in Philippines. I've been in Brunei. I've been in Lagos. And I'm
Yes,
grateful that I have the quality of life that I have and is
living here.
available to me in the UAE. Now, I know
Absolutely.
there is a slight rise in crime, but when you look at it on a world scale,
Definitely.
the gratitude for the safety and the security is
Oh, the
huge.
security. Oh, when you say security, I had a friend who had a stopover in Dubai for say 10 hours, and she said, "Hey, listen, I'd love to come meet you, but like my flight lands at 9 and I fly out at 10." I said, "Oh, that's perfect. I don't even have traffic. It's a good time to be." And she said, "It's 1 a.m." and 10 a.m., which means by the time I come out of the airport, might even be 2. I said, it's okay, just come out. She came out, and we had enough things to do even at that ungodly hour in the region, and there was security at the beach. So I took her to Jumeirah Beach, where we walked around on the walking track, and there was actually police patrol cars there, and there were people who were actually using the facilities at 3 a.m. So
Yeah.
it's blessed. We are definitely blessed
Yeah, I
to be
can
here,
walk on the
Nicola.
beach in Ras Al Khaimah, Flamingo Beach at 3 a.m. in the morning without
Nobody
any
without
concern
see,
whatsoever.
true.
Yeah, so we
So
have gratitude, and it does bring a place of calmness, but
yes.
it's only when you become I'm going to have a problem with the word now. What's the word? When you become kind of like, you take it for granted. You have this, and then you become. Is there anybody listening that's got the right word? You become kind of like,
Like
it's
it's
not
your
complicit. You become kind of like, you take it
uh,
completely for granted, and you don't appreciate it.
where you feel like you are entitled.
Maybe it's entitlement.
Hmm. Where you're
I I
taking things for
I should have this. Of course I should
it,
have this.
because you see a lot of people who do behave as though they're entitled, as though the world owes it to them to kind of come to their rescue or do stuff.
Mm.
But then not really. The world owes you nothing. You owe it to yourself to be grateful, to be calm, and to be in the moment. The times that you are not in the moment are the times when you're panicking. But the thing is, gratitude brings you beautifully into the now, into the present, because you are observant of what is in and around you, that you could kind of have gratitude
Conscious. You're
for.
conscious of what you have
Yes.
rather than
And you
being.
become more conscious. Exactly. You're in
Yes.
the now, you're more conscious, you're more aware. And taking us back to the previous conversation, you're more mindful with a single L.
With a
So,
single
yes.
L. Yeah.
Yep. So brilliant. Thank you, Nicola, for this conversation. I will catch you tomorrow again.
Is it
And
4 or 8 tomorrow? Or do we want to leave it
4.
open to the guests?
No,
To the
no,
this.
we'll keep it at 4 itself. I had a lovely even afternoon today with a family friend, with family basically, and I just had to kind of tweak the time for today. But yes, tomorrow at 4.
Lovely. Okay.
All right. So, guys, if this conversation has been of value to you, please use the power of I am and write in I am grateful. Let's keep it simple today. I am grateful in comments. Tag a friend who needs to receive this message. And if you haven't subscribed already, do subscribe, like the video. And if you'd like to register for the 21-day group coaching program, which is Reset for Success, building habits of success across 21 days, do join in, do register, avail the early bird discounts. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the
Masalama.
thoughts with
Shukran
me.
jazilan.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nicola.
Blessings.
Shukran.
Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Blessings.
Bless you too. Good night.